video.
Hola, hola.
Cristiano, no está bien. ¿Se me oye? ¿Se me oye bien? Cochino,
Mi bro.
todo cochino. Ve, hoy me han pasado por aquí. Nada, atropellado cochino. Oh. Vale, y ahora vamos a ir campo otra vez. Uy. Estamos viendo a una playa. Parecían focas de lo lejos, tío. De lejos parecían focas estas que...
Help themselves, could they? One last hurrah before we shut the place down. Okay, that looks manageable. This really can't wait, mate. There's a little blue penguin population nesting not far from here, and they'll gladly take this for food. Let's clean this up and take the photo. Then we can talk hunting again.
¿Sí?
Well, as you can imagine, being featured in a host of box office hits has done wonders for our profile with tourists. Problem is, a lot of the people who come are just here to take a few photos, dump a heap of rubbish, and then leave unceremoniously. So we end up with messes like this one. I'd like to say that we've become the victim of our own success, but that's letting me off the hook. Right, there should be a stand over on the other end of the beach with rubbish bags and a picker. We went to all the trouble of installing these, and they still couldn't be bothered. Looks like they had quite the little feast. These kids would have nightmares if you showed them some of what I've seen out here. Birds with stomachs so full of plastic they can't eat. South Island University. I knew it. Way too many people around here who have never respected this place.
Entonces, lo quitamos.
You can leave them over by the stand. There, spick and span. You made quick work of it. That's a perfectly usable tent. No sense wasting it. Anyway, I've had enough of this. And we need to ensure that we're attracting the right kinds of tourists, not just day trippers from Christchurch out on their school holidays. It's okay for people to come here and leave no trace, but it'd be better if we could rely on them to help us with our conservation goals. So hunters seem like the natural target audience. Our deer and goat populations need constant culling. And you better believe I've more faith in people who love the wilderness to respect the place than kids up to no good. At the risk of sounding like an old fusspot. Speaking of, let's do what we came to do and grab that photo.
Una foto de las rocas, vale.
Lovely use of lighting. I may have to hire you to help out on my next book project, if I ever finish the current one. There's a lot of theories about where these boulders came from. Volcanic activity, lightning, even aliens. I've heard them all over the years. The boffins will tell you they were formed over 60 million years ago on the sea floor, like pearls. But that's not the whole story. When people first arrived in New Zealand, they took their staple crop with them, kumara, otherwise known as sweet potato. Unfortunately for them, the weather in this part of the country isn't exactly conducive to growing much, and the tubers withered and died. So they sent word to the Polynesian homeland, and a canoe set sail with a hardier crop. But it was caught in an intense storm just off the east coast. Each wave that struck it was so large that it made a new hill. Those are the ones you'll see further inland, and all of the cargo went overboard. And that's what these boulders are. Petrified kumara, eel baskets, calabashes. The canoe itself formed the reef further up. Moral of the story? Things have long shelf lives. A lesson I wish someone had taught those kids. Right, feeling warmed up? Good. It's time for you to show me what you can do. camera on? Then you should have everything you need. I got Josh to set it up. He told me to tell you that it's state-of-the-art, equipped with Wi-Fi, so any footage you grab is automatically uploaded to our server. I'm not entirely sure what that means, but I guess I'll be able to see it on here. No pressure then. There's good hunting in the whole of this area, from up around where you cleared out the props earlier to closer to the beach. Take your pick. But just one thing, we want it to show up nice on camera, so no minnows. Try for something at least 30 kg. The larger the better. Should be no problem for a hotshot like you. No word back from our friends in Hollywood regarding the props, by the way. My guess is that some townie thought it'd be a hoot to grab them for their crib. But I'm not keen on the idea of someone wandering around when we're supposed to be closed to visitors. Anyway, nothing you need to worry about right now. Just focus on those killer shots.
Hace un animal de 30 kilogramos. 30. Vale. Este, 80. Se va a partir, lo verdad. Joder, macho. Manchado. Es un animal de más de 30 kilogramos. Vale. $65 por aquí, se te vale nada. Convergencia 300. ¿Estás muerto o no estás muerto? Vale. Solo dice eso, caza un animal de más de 30 kilogramos. Pesaba 40 kilogramos. Tampoco es kilos, pero
Not to worry. We'll fix that one up in the editing process. A lot of people around here think that hunting's heyday peaked in the 70s and 80s. Back when you'd get scores of daredevils out in helicopters gunning down deer 3 at a time. That's not the done thing anymore, for a whole host of reasons. But these days, we need hunters more than ever. And I'm glad I have you on board to help us show the world that. You've got a fan here, whore. Josh gave me a hand posting some footage from your hunt to the reserve chat group, and it caught the eye of our resident sharpshooter, Melanie Murphy. Melanie's the one who taught me to hunt. She's retired now, but back in the day she worked out on those helicopters with the best, or worst of them. Tough as nails and with a sharp tongue to boot. We had a bit of a falling out 25 years ago. One of the choppers came down with us in it, so I injured my leg. I won't go into it, but we should never have taken off that day, and Melanie knew it. Well, these days we're cordial to each other, but not much else. Anyway, my mum always told me to let bygones be bygones and all that. Melanie's a better hunter than I'll ever be, advanced age notwithstanding. So I'll do my best to pass on whatever I've learnt from her gratis. You're welcome. Right, back on track. Sorry to ask again, but I need you to do me a favour. No, it's not more cleaning up, don't worry. Get to the outpost on that when you're hunting, mate, and I'll explain on the way.
Wow.
We were a small community of outsiders living in secret nature. No running water, only whatever electricity our generator could provide. People from down in the local town used to call it a hippie commune. I don't think I like it too. It was about sustainable living first and foremost. We weren't just there to not shower and sing kumbaya all day. So when I say the place is part of me, I mean it. Mum's family can trace their lineage here to the 14th century, and we've accumulated a lot of stories over the years. Some of those are about an animal that holds a special place in my heart. Yeah, I mean European settlers released moose here about 100 years ago, and there haven't been any confirmed sightings since the 1950s. But I swear to you, I saw one when I was little, staring straight at me out of a hazy morning mist. Ever since then, I've been determined to prove that they're still here. Heading to the outpost. There shall be a battery pack on the table. Even written a book about it. Or am writing a book about it, I should say. I can't give it the conclusion it deserves yet. I don't hold out much hope anymore. But I've got a few trail cameras scattered here and there. Usually just throw up deer herds and the occasional teenager behaving badly. But they're pretty low maintenance. I've been meaning to get out there for ages, but then my legs started acting up again. Nice to have the help. One of them got knocked over and the battery's completely munted. So I'd like you to switch it out if that's not too much trouble. It's on the way to our next filming destination. That should keep it going for another few years. Can you check the other cameras while you're here? Might give you some stalking suggestions, if nothing else. When something shows up on these, 9 times out of 10 it's a stray deer. Between these little fellas and that props list, Christmas has come early this year. There's our missing props. But who? I don't honestly mind someone getting some use out of them as long as we're not deemed responsible. But that's a big bloody truck. There's no driving of anything larger than an ATV permitted in the reserve. Don't see any tracks, do you? Must have been a few days ago at the earliest. License plate's pretty clear at least. I'll do some detective work and let you know. I don't suppose you packed any swimming togs, eh? Well, not to worry. Getting to our next destination involves a bit of spelunking, but a flashlight and some waterproof boots should be all you need. Head to the cave I've marked on your hunter mate. Unless you'd rather climb over those mountains. No? Didn't think so.
No mandas a los kilómetros, tío. Siguiendo la carretera.
Nazarian, ¿cómo va ese juego?
Bien,
¿Conseguiste recursos?
no, esto no es tanto de conseguir recursos como de cazar. Todo es un juego de caza. No es un, no es un juego de supervivencia. No, es un juego de caza. Se supone que tengo que
Te
llegar
espera
ahí.
un largo viaje.
Sí. ¿Qué tengo que hacer aquí? Voy a la cueva. Vale. Es que por aquí no puedo bajar. Si hay algún ladito para bajar aquí. Uf, no, por aquí no se puede bajar. Para allá. Por allá.
Yo en Tunder ya conseguí al Stu 42 y al 3F, aunque mi objetivo es conseguir al JPZ 45.
PKP 60, ¿cuál es? La verdad es que estoy desconectadísimo de WhatsApp, pero ha habido una actualización, no sé si lo saben, la actualización Leviatán recientemente. Y han añadido cositas, bastante interesante las cositas que han añadido. Me parece que han metido el Yamato,
Follow the river west and you'll eventually wind up
¿no
at the
ves?
cave mouth.
Sí, está el Bismarck y el Yamato.
Sí, ¿verdad? Un barco histórico de la Segunda Guerra Mundial. Como la cueva, que guapa, ¿eh?
The water's low right now, but it can still catch you by surprise. Stick to the walls and get that
Sal de la
flashlight on.
cueva, sal de la
Easy does
cueva
it.
y bien por la alberca, ¿vale? Voy con la moto. A 1 kilómetro de la cueva. Se supone que es una cueva fluvial, con lo cual esto ha sido hecho por la erosión del agua, del río, de lluvia, lo que sea.
Qué
Por aquí.
bonito túnel cueva.
Sí, es una cueva. ¿Eh? Una barquilla, ¿eh?
Cierto, además de que hay mucha humedad.
Hombre, es un paso fluvial, por aquí pasa agua. hay humedad. ¿Cuál vale para vivir? Si hay una guerra, está para las dos entradas, tienes agua y tienes marca aire.
¿Recuerdas a un compañero que siempre estaba en tus directos? Una vez jugamos a War Thunder con él.
Sí, ¿quién fue? No me acuerdo ya cómo se llamaba. Sí, yo me acuerdo que jugaba ahí entre vosotros. Igual puede que fuera...
This is why I live here. Go ahead. Get as close as you want. Just don't touch it. See the cracks in the surface? It's limestone, notoriously unstable. These cave paintings aren't going to be here forever, but I've made it my mission to ensure that we do everything we can to keep them around for as long as possible. It's like Josh need to learn their history.
No me acuerdo, pero se veía que se tomaba muy en serio las partidas.
Sí. La verdad que he conocido soy geniales todos. WhatsApp. Uy. Ahí. ¿Qué pasa?
I'm sure you've never been so happy to lay your eyes on the wonderful Kiwi weather. Stretch those legs. Nothing like wandering through a damp, cramped cave to give you a new lust for life. Right. I hope you're not too worn out now. More filming's on the table, but first, can I trouble you to take a little detour? Let me explain. The beech trees here form one of the finest examples of native forest in all of New Zealand. In no small part due to the efforts of our resident conservationist Marama. We just had a mast year when they seed like crazy. And this means plenty of food for mice and rats, which in turn means plenty of food for other small pests. Beginning to see the problem? When the rats run out, those small mammals prey on native bird species. The pesky critters. We've used aerial 1080 poisoning to stave off the worst of them. But to slow their reintroduction, we need to get our hands dirty and lay down a few traps ourselves. It's time-sensitive work, and unfortunately, Marama's feeling a bit crook and had to stay home today. Can you take over for her? She's left them in a box near the target site. Conservation here is a constant tit-for-tat against these invasive mammal species. Our only indigenous mammals are 3 types of bats and some marine species. Everything else is a pest to a lesser or greater extent. Sometimes our methods can seem extreme. 1080 poisoning isn't without its naysayers, but it's one of the only tools we have to help never leave this place. Now, hunting helps too. I don't want to go back to the days of the helicopter wars, but having recreational hunters here year-round would go a very long way.
Qué pescado más insoportable, te hace ir más lejos.
Sí. Bueno, son parte de las misiones. Vamos a ponerme a...
Una cara radiante con ojos
Hey,
sonrientes.
Pancho, ¿qué tal?
¿De qué va el juego? Un pequeño resumen, porfa.
Cazar, un juego de caza. Caza mayor y caza
Nuevo
menor.
caballero en el directo.
Sí, Pancho es bien conocido ya, como tú, Cristiano. Pancho hace tiempo se pasa por los directos, no. Lo que pasa es que a lo mejor como no estoy subiendo WhatsApp, pues no se ha pasado tanto. Pues,
Así.
sí, yo me acuerdo, no sé si es él, pero diría que sí, que Pancho ya ha entrado a mis directos antes. A contar chistes y tal. Contar chistes muy malos, pero es
Se
buen chaval.
entiende. Así, me acuerdo de Pancho.
Uy, vaya hostia, cuidado al cuerpo.
Jaja, tengo competencia en chistes.
Sí, amargado.
There's the box. 4 should do as long as you cover enough ground. Cutting edge Kiwi technology, these. Self-resetting and all.
Para que cerca, ¿no? Poner aquí.
That looks like as good a spot as any. Should be simple to set up. Just install the mount and click the trap body into place.
Poner una trampa, ¿no?
2 down, 2 to go.
Y la trampa.
The birds will thank you for this.
Envenenarlo o algo. No lo dejo.
No me he podido pasar ya que tengo que estudiar como siempre calavera.
Ya, coloco las trampas, pero esta no me deja. Por ahí una estrella de razón. Ya sabe buguear. Ah, vale, mira,
That's all of them. Top-notch conservation work, Airborne. One final thing. You can take down the 1080 warning sign. Any animals that haven't already kicked the bucket should have metabolized it by now, so it's safe to hunt in the area again.
ahora me marca en quita, quita el cartel de aviso sobre 1080.
Oh no, hermano. Deberías probar un jueguito llamado Slime Rancher, está muy bueno.
Just a second. Are you seeing what I'm seeing on the
¿Y
ground?
esa voz?
¡Qué guau! ¡Qué hombre! Pronto. Inspecciona la
Ah,
huella.
es la voz del juego, Jada.
Inspecciona las huellas. Vale.
These tracks aren't particularly old, eh? I hadn't expected we'd be able to deter everyone, but it's not exactly an optimal time to go for a stroll in the bush. 1 second, Josh is ringing. Feel like checking out with our lead?
Huellas de Homo sapiens ponía.
Right, sorry about that. Where are they taking you?
¿Qué? Por aquí. Que la siga, ¿no? Sigue la huella. Vale. Para que... Homo sapiens. Ves que pone un puma, pero pone Homo sapiens. Homo sapiens. Homo sapiens. Que dio unas vueltas aquí bien. Pone mucho. Como la del Griffith, parecía, ¿no? Ay, ay.
Well, someone was clearly having a bad time of it. Munted, high, both.
Una falta de... Madre mía, ya otra vuelta.
Wow, qué bonito paisaje con la niebla.
Aquí está.
This looks like it's right out of Resplendent Sword. Surely they didn't.
Bueno, que inspecciona. Inspecciona el arco de la paternal. ¿Qué he inspeccionado, tío? Inspeccionado uno. Lo ha cogido ya, la verdad. Inspecciona el arco y el cadáver del ciervo. Ah, vale, vale, vale. Vale, está bien.
Oh, where? Poor thing looks like it's been torn to bits. Is that a handmade arrow? And to top it all off, there's heavy rain forecast. Perfect bloody timing. There's an outpost not far. Why don't you take shelter there and see if there's any more clues as to what we're dealing with here?
Fíjate una cabaña ahora. Junto a otra otra. A ver, ¿dónde está mi chero? Son un oso, ¿eh? Ah, no, no. Caribú, algo de eso. Ciervo.
Just as I suspected. Our props burglar. And it looks like they've made a spectacular exit.
Mejor. Zelda.
The stuff from the photograph. What's the appeal of this rubbish?
Qué chulo, tú. Sangre. No veo nada aquí. A ver.
Must have left in a real hurry. Can you put the signs back up at least?
Gracias. ¿Me podría dar? Porque no me jodas. ¿Esto será? A ver. ¿Qué pone? Inspecciona lo ocurrido, ¿verdad? Ah, no, acá. Ahí va. No sé, ¿será que tengo que dormir o qué sé yo? A dormir. Enfócate la cabaña de... Me pones esto aquí. Vamos fuera. la me ha dejado patinar bien. No sé. Está aquí como... Bueno, estoy aquí con sacar una foto, a ver. ¿No? Vamos a dormir, ¿no? Eso. ¿No?
What kind of tricks have you used to lure in that many seeker deer? I might have to hire you to give tourists lessons.
Oh, bueno.
A la mierda. ¿Qué pasó?
Ni idea, la verdad. A ver si puedo entrar por aquí. No, a ver. Se ha bugueado, vamos. Esto más que seguro. El arco de sangre debería... poder... Bueno, vamos a otro lado. Para ver el solar. 1 de la noche. Hay que viajar un poco más cercano. A ver si tampoco. Aquí no hay nada, ¿no? Que yo vea, ¿no? Ah, vale, que era no sé. Vamos a ver un poco a ver. Ah, oh,
Yeah, I think that's as good as you're gonna get it looking.
joder, macho. Y ahora, aquí. Vamos. Vea, estoy en los primeros. La libreta aquí. Ah, pues nada, tendré que buscarlo en YouTube. ¿Cómo se hace para eso? Aquí no hay más nada de todo acá. Pero, igual. El derecho. Pero de nada. Pero que tampoco. Pues ni puta idea. Bueno, vamos a dejar a... Cojones, como llueve. Vamos a volver ahí a la cabaña. A aterrizar. Ese sí me recuperado. Sí, me recuperado.
Now we know where our pickup truck went. Glad to see the back of it. But look at me talking. You're so tough to death. Get inside and I'll fill you in on what Josh told me. literal bloody hack job.
Segundo a mover. Ah, vale.
Someone's been making themselves at home.
Que tiene que ir por orden. Ahí, pero vaya, pero vale, está durmiendo.
Please tell me that's not what I think it is. It is. That's where our poor little dear ended up. It must smell vile. Right, so I had the nephew track down that license plate number, and our props burglar is none other than a local menace by the name of Gad Barden. He's got a whole social media empire under the moniker of Guerra's Blessing. Blogs, YouTube, QuickMez, the works. With exclusive behind-the-scenes shots from on-location movie sets. And guess what? He's resplendent sword mad. Got heaps of photos from all over the reserve up on here. His latest blog entry is quite something. Salutations, followers and friends, blah, blah. Have been out of contact, lost my way in the ever-shifting forests. Foul supper left me ill some nights. 1080 poisoning. He's lucky to be alive, the muppet. Let me send you the link. Usually get Josh to help me out with this. There. Check your hunter, mate. Think he just hallucinated that terrifying creature? He certainly has an overactive imagination, I'll give him that. It's too far inland for a taniwha and not humanoid enough for a patipaiare. Unless... Anyway, he's an absolute bloody idiot, but I'm glad he's alive. This could have gone so much worse, and it's my own stupid fault for allowing them to film here. I just hate seeing the place disrespected. It's not just the bush, it's my home. I grew up a stone's throw from here. No one's around anymore, but you're welcome to swing by the old house once the filming's wrapped up if you're still in the area. I'll send someone by to clean this up later. Let's get back on track. I'm sure you've seen plenty of fancy castles on your travels, but I guarantee you they're nothing compared to where I'm taking you next. We're going to do some hunting out by Stone Castle Valley, a limestone formation not far from here.
No, perdone pronto. Aquí tendríamos una casita para desbloquear. La casa de aquí. Que vuelta bastante raro. Tampoco nada. Un ladito aquí.
Usually a lot of tracks around here. Have a search.
Wow. Wow, y hasta aquí puedo leer. Luego seguiré. De momento, sorpresas ahí conmigo. Bueno, hasta aquí puedo leer, luego seguiré.